let's talk about what to do when you keep on procrastinating on the same thing. So you probably know what this one thing is, this one thing that you've been meaning to do for days, maybe weeks, maybe months, and you think about it and you plan it and you tell yourself, I'll do it later. But that later, that day never comes and you keep on putting it off. So when it comes to this conversation about procrastination, it's actually not about laziness, okay? So many people think it's, oh, well, I'm just a lazy person. But in actual fact, it's because the task feels heavier than everything else. Maybe it even feels unclear. Maybe it feels uncomfortable. Maybe it requires you to experience some discomfort in order to do it. Or maybe you're worried that you're not going to do it well. And so instead of facing it, okay, you avoid it or you do the other things that feel easier or safer. And the longer you avoid it, the bigger it starts to feel. Okay, so once you understand why you procrastinate, not because you don't care, but because it feels heavier, here's what to do instead. The first thing you need to do is you're going to make your task feel smaller and more specific. If it feels too big, you got to break it down. Most of the time, the reason we avoid a task is because it just feels too vague. Like working on my project is way too big. Starting my business is way too big. Complete an essay feels even at that point too big. What you need to define is the next actual step. The one step. What do you need to do? Open the file, write the first paragraph, write the first sentence, send a message, write my short list of 5 things. You make your next task so simple and so clear that your brain has nothing to resist. It's like, oh, okay, can I write a sentence? I think I can. The second is remove the option to keep on avoiding this thing. Okay? When you allow yourself the option to keep on procrastinating, you're going to keep on procrastinating. But at some point, you need to put your foot down, and you want it to be ideally sooner rather than later. And you pick a short window of time and you decide in advance, I'm doing this now. Not later, not when I feel like it, now. Even if it's just for 10, 15 minutes. Can you spend 10 or 15 minutes focused on that thing? The goal is not to complete the task or complete everything. It's just to break the pattern, because once you at least start, even if it's just 2 minutes, the resistance starts to drop. And what used to feel very heavy, you've broken through, and at least it starts to feel more manageable. And so now, instead of tasking this undone, uncompleted task in your brain all day, you've actually just made a little dent. A little dent, okay? A little dent is bigger than no dent at all. And it's no longer this big looming thing that's sitting in the background, because you've turned your avoidance into actual action. Even if it's little, it still counts. And that is going to be the thing that builds confidence the next time you face it. And this is exactly what I teach inside Inspiring Life Academy: how to stop getting stuck in those patterns that are holding you back. Oftentimes we are our own worst enemy, and how to actually follow through on what matters most to you. Because the real shift isn't just doing the task, it's becoming someone who doesn't, keep on avoiding it. And the link to Inspiring Life Academy, you can find it in the bio. That is it for this video. Take care. I look forward to catching you in the next one.